All right, so we did a lot of Mariner talk today. Scott Soden in for Groz on the show, and we talked about Justin Smoak. He was speaking last night on the Cactus League Report show, and he and Eric Wedge both said something about the team. We'll get into Smoak in a minute, but they both made reference to a different attitude, a different swagger, some pep in their step, I think.
Pep in the step, yep.
And it just seems like that they're kind of echoing what I think other people feel about this team, with the additions of Morales and Morse and bringing in some veterans in Bay, who we had a chance to speak with, and Raul Ibanez. Do you, as a Mariner fan, do you kind of agree with it? Do you buy into the, I don't know, the new attitude or the new level of confidence this team might be having?
I do. I like the veteran leadership. It seems like they have a little bit now. I mean, Jason Bay told us it's not his style to get up on the top of the stairs and wave a flag or scream at people, but it is nice to have a little bit of veteran leadership. Raul Ibanez has been around a couple times. I like having him. And with like you said, they have a 4 and 5 hitter or a 3-4 hitter now. They went out and got a little bit more power. So Smoak doesn't have to be that guy anymore. So I am a believer, if that's what you're asking me.
Well, and Smoak is a guy that needs believers. He's a guy that came here. He's the guy that came here in the Cliff Lee deal, and people still hanging on to, we gave up Cliff Lee for this.
Especially me.
You know, well,
I'm hanging on to it all day.
For you and everybody else out there, Cliff Lee wasn't coming back here.
Fine.
It was not
going to
happen.
Done better, maybe.
And at the time, Smoak was one of the jewels of the Texas system, so it seemed like a good deal at the time for a guy who was not going to re-sign with the Mariners. He himself said, and we played the sound today on the show, that he hasn't lived up to expectations, and he said basically since 2010 when he was called up, he didn't know why he was struggling. He really sounded like he was aimless. Now he's basically saying, I found the answer. I know what I'm doing up there at the plate. I understand now. Now what that means ultimately, he adjusted his swing, he's got a different mental approach. I have no idea, but he's tearing it up in spring training right now. Hit another 2-run bomb today. He's a guy that's definitely doing what you'd like to see a guy do that you're counting on, but I think there are a lot of people kind of looking at him going, yeah, big deal. I'll believe it when I see it. But are you buying into, as much as we talk about the new attitude of the team, are you buying into the new, perhaps, approach of Justin Smoak?
I think so. I mean, I'll take him at his word. I don't know why you can't, Michael Saunders tweaked his swing. I used to make fun of him for having a brand new swing. Oh, that's going to be exciting. And Saunders looks like he can play a little bit, right? I mean, Saunders turned it around. I feel like I trust him. He's young enough. If we talked about on the show, he's gone through some stuff. Maybe this is kind of a new start. Maybe his head wasn't right. I will believe Justin Smoak. I trust him. He's ready to turn it around. This is the year. I'm ready. I'm in.
Well, I think the key is what we were brought up earlier, the fact that they brought in 2 guys that are going to take a lot of pressure off him, right? Before Morse, before Morales got here, who was the power guy?
Kyle Seager hitting 3, right? I mean,
well, yeah, Kyle Seager didn't go into the season expecting to be the power guy. All those hopes and all those expectations were on the shoulders of Justin Smoak.
Yep.
He doesn't have that now. Now all the focus will be on, all right, who are these 2 big boppers? Let's see what they can do. And Smoak becomes sort of not an afterthought, but all the pressure is, I'm guessing, divided amongst those 2. Where Smoak, all right, if he does it, great. If not, most people are watching the other 2 to do it. So I think that's going to be a huge benefit to
see him at maybe 6 in the lineup.
Yeah,
right around there.
I think 6 would be. Let's start with 6, and maybe he can work his way up.
And Justin, I know Justin watches every one of these. So Justin, people will love you and embrace you if you get off to a great start. Just know that. This team will love you no matter what.
We believe in you.